feels weird. All this shit.
Excuse me.
Alright. Alright, so you guys can hear Matt, can hear me, I can hear you, Matt can hear you. Alright, I guess I got all this set up pretty good.
Louis, let me get some free levels, my nigga. I've been waiting long for this shit. A lot of these motherfuckers out here ain't really trying to play with you, but you know, I won't play whatever game you gonna fucking start. I'm the first motherfucker here, probably gonna be the last. Give me some free levels. It's just, Darren, you gotta say some nonsense now. Darren, you gotta say something. He wants you to do a mic test. He, oh yeah. What the fuck is he doing?
You're coming out.
Oh, he's testing for spawn.
No, I know what I gotta do. I gotta do that. Alright. Now tell me. Darren, say something. What do you want to mess with? What do you like to drink?
So Darren,
Yes, sir.
he's asking for another mic check from you.
Louis Oyola. I remember when he used to call you Roscoe, and he got beat up outside of, what was the place you got beat up outside of? What was the store, Matt? The one he worked at. Was that Walmart he got beat up first, and then he started working at the other spot?
Alright, no, we're good. Everything's
What?
Oh, now we're good. You want to hear the rest of the story?
No,
Roscoe?
everything's
now you don't know. Now you don't. Now the mic check is good. Remember when the 13-year-old kid beat him up? He was like 18 and he got beat up by like a 15-year-old.
Because I didn't want them echoing
Yeah, swear to God.
into our mics.
Louis got bodied. It was sad.
Darren sounds perfectly fine.
And man, I wasn't there yet. Watson watched him get beat up, and Watson was like, "Yeah, I thought he was gonna fight, but he didn't fight." he beat Louis up and threw him into a shopping cart.
You gotta say too much. What? What about a shark?
Didn't that kid beat you up and throw you into a shopping cart?
Oh my gosh, shut the fuck up. That didn't happen at all.
Yes, it did. Watson said, yo, Louis, keep forgetting that shopping cart, but it's $33. I remember it happening, Louis swears it never happened. Watson be like, yo, he got thrown into a shopping cart. He toppled over him. Oh my god.
That's horseshit.
Yeah. That shit hurt. Yeah, I never forget that story because Watson said the shopping cart hit him and like fell over. He fell over and it was like mad embarrassing. Like you see him crying. No, I can't. I can never forget that story because I just imagine red hair flying and shopping cart. I can't stop crying. Yeah, Lewis, I promise, Lou, I would have fought for you if I was dead.
How's the new computer?
Working great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are you streaming right now?
Yeah.
Awesome.
You on it.
No!
Yes!
No!
Yeah, my nigga. Shelly, how do you feel about Jon Snow getting married?
He married an egret, which is how she
Or does Shelly
was
not like Jon Snow? I feel like every girl likes Jon Snow.
Of course she does.
She does, right?
Yep.
It's like every girl likes Jon Snow. Like, oh, Johnny Snowy. Like, what the hell? Lewis, he don't want to engage in the story, Antonio, but it happened.
Come on, Lewis, I want to hear it.
I got mad stories about Lewis when him and his brother got into a fight in the room, and I was he stabbed Lewis with a knife.
What?
Lewis, this is the first time I've ever seen Lewis turn into like a real rage person. Lewis was like, he stabbed me! Motherfucker stabbed me! And Lewis started fucking him up. I was like, oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Yeah. That's what I knew. I said, yo, never stab Lewis.
That should go for anybody. This guy said no.
We got stories for days. So. I don't think Watson's ever gotten into a fight. Ever. I don't think ever have I ever seen Watson get into any altercations.
I've never got into a fight with friends.
Like fist fights?
Nothing. No, like no altercations at all. Like I beat up Cavagioni before. Like I beat up Mike Cavs. I beat up Mike Swartz. Who else did I beat up? I beat up Mike Swartz and made him give me a ride, so I felt kind of bad about that. I beat him up and then said, yo, and you dropped me over that time. And the nigga took me.
I remember this now.
Yeah, I felt so horrible
I think
after
you
that.
told me about it, and I was like, wait, he did what?
I forgot he said something mad smart, and I forgot what it was, but I had to fuck him up for it. Then I said, yo, and you dropped me to Watson's house. And he took me. I was like, damn. I'm going to apologize to him about that when I see him next time.
Oh, God. All right.
Yo, Lewis, you're frozen. That's why you're not moving. Your head has been down for like 20 minutes over here. I'm sitting here like, why is Lewis just praying?
I'm right here. How am I frozen?
You're frozen, bro.
I'm the one with the newer laptop.
On our screen, you're not moving. That's so frozen. I think that's your dick.
What I say? I get what I.
Wait, is this, he's not frozen now, because I literally was like, Lewis's head has been down for like 30 minutes. Like, he was praying hardcore. It's like, is Shelly yelling at him and he's just scared? Like, what the hell's going on? He's just dead his head.
All right. So.
All right.
No Pachardo?
He's trying to fix this. No, he ain't.
Oh, he was here.
I see server laying them Zinal drunken shot.
No, he was just in here like a few seconds ago. I think
he said his mic he can't get his mic to work.
Yeah, but he could hear us though. Yeah, he dropped his Mac, so he went to his old laptop. But the mic won't work on it. But he dropped
that shit is like $2,000.
Yeah, he's in the military. He's good.
I don't know what happened. I think he Hickory. He could hear us just fine. He was just gonna type on here or on WhatsApp. But I see his post. He says he's casting Dimensional Anchor on Kai, and then
I'm still in the shooter. Like,
that's where we left off. Everybody teleported to the soul
Society.
Mm-hmm.
and then
It's like Bleach right now.
see Metsu is knocked out. He's lying next to Claudius. Claudius has to touch everybody for the teleport. Everybody's like crowded together pretty much. They're all like right next to each other.
Kai is there, fucking body pretty much.
And I know Zino said the minute that happened, he pointed his guns at Kai. Kai's still armed.
Kai's still armed? How was he armed?
Because he never put them away when he got teleported.
Wait a second.
Everybody was like, some people were like, don't take him. A couple people were like, nah, take him.
Wait. Didn't he get stunned or something happened to him? Yeah, I know what he got hit by. She got hit by, this girl, Cynthia, hit him with a full strength, yeah, that's what it was. Cynthia hit him with a full, he failed to save him though against the bone shatter. So, since he failed to save against the bone shatter,
Oh, he's like exhausted, isn't
he's
he?
exhausted, he can't run, he can't charge. Can't do anything. I think he took Dex and Con penalties.
Can't run. He's half speed. -6 strength, -6. There we go.
Hello?
He's exhausted.
Hello?
I hear you, but you sound like you're on the other
You
side
guys hear me?
of a cavern.
So it's not good then. No good, right?
Not really.
You just got the type, bro. You got to take that.
I mean, you sound more clear than you did before, but it still sounds like you're like
muffled.
sounds like you're down a tunnel in a pipe, something like Mario Brothers shit.
Yeah, so that's how he entered into this scene.
And now he has a rifle pointed at his temple.
Yeah, that too.
What was the initiative order? Dinah would be before fucking.
That was before him.
Before him anyway. But here's the thing, you know his tricks. You know one of the things he could do is he himself can teleport. It's a short distance, but actually, now I think about it, I think he can only teleport his speed. So even if he were to use it,
I mean, like, that wouldn't matter. I shoot at 800 feet.
He wouldn't get that far at all. He just get shot.
He would just get shot.
He would just get shot. Unless he finds a way to boost his speed.
no, you didn't miss much, Machado. They're making fun of
You saw my role play from before?
Darren was making fun of when he did the Swartz.
Oh, Claudius said he cast Dimensional Info.
Yeah, I saw all that. I saw the messages from before.
He can't teleport
You
anyway.
guys need to remember I'm here typing. I have my chat set up so anytime you type, I'll hear it. You hear the boop.
Start role playing already.
Actually, I wonder if I could set that up so. I think I have it set up where I can hear him posting, but only. Enabled background chat. Oh, it only beeps on the background. Okay. So if I'm looking at something else, it'll beep whenever he finishes. Okay, that's fine. Let me open my.
Alright, so Claudius went to the scrying chamber. Cynthia will go with him.
All these jokes about like Charles and the
Before she leaves, she goes, I'm gonna go and master Claudius. That way I want to share air with Raikwa. I think I've given him just desserts. Latham, on the other hand, goes and stands on the opposite side of Raikwa. And then begins to say to Raikwa, well, please hand over all of your items. All the tools, weapons. Please make this transition, I should say.
As I know, Chuckles. Just give me a reason.
Smooth, seamless, and without hostility.
Come on, Louis, you gotta roleplay Kai. Say something Kai like.
I'm not Kai. Kai / Raikwa.
His name is Kai. His name is Kai Quaz.
Let me just see what he has.
Right, quiet.
Yeah, half gone is only. Half gone. Fading lead. You can teleport to a location in range of twice as base movement speed.
Yeah, but Claudius already put Dimensional Anchor on. So.
Dimensional anchor. Oh, there's no saves? Did he hit with the ray attack?
You gotta roll it.
No way he's escaping. So you guys are all just squeaks. He's not.
He could try.
He could.
Yeah, okay.
He could try. It's his prerogative.
Just roll the dodge of the ray attack.
It's his prerogative. There's a lot of people there.
He doesn't have spellcraft, so whatever the fuck Claudius is casting, he doesn't know. Could be a disintegrate spell for all he knows.
He says swift action, true strike, standard action, dimensional anchor.
I didn't even know he still had charges on his shit. He probably does.
He's going to be handing over all of his equipment right now.
What you mean? Why y'all?
Your escape plans is calculated.
Oh no, he used them all.
You know.
Or is it true strike because he has quicken? Does he have quicken?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, true strike adds to the bonus.
I still have automatic casting. Alright, so Claudius basically fucking ninjutsu the hell out of him real quick.
Yeah.
I guess roll to see if you get a 1. That's really the...
Well, yeah, treat my nigga Kai Quaz like that. After all that, going through the Chamber of Secrets.
Damn. I was like, I hit a 50 AC. Alright, so Kai is
I would have dodged it.
Rayquaza hit.
Yeah, it would.
There's a shimmering emerald field surrounding him. He cannot. He is barred from all forms of extra dimensional movement.
For how long?
Over 20 minutes.
Shit, that's like a lot of rounds.
Well, realizing he's not going to get anywhere now.
Unless an ancient demon comes.
And with Zyno, the gun's on him, which Zyno can easily plug him up.
That nigga's got mad AC.
No, he ain't got bad touch AC.
Nah. He don't got touch AC like that. Not with the multiple rounds you could fire into him, and then on top of that, his HP's, I think he's at like half HP right now anyway.
If he can teleport past 80 feet, then that don't go against AC, but I doubt that.
That nigga about to sneak attack Zyno, put him back in the graveyard.
Yeah, he's at 56.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
All right, so he drops his Kukris and he smirks. He's like, all right, you guys got me. Come on. We had a lot of fun along the way, didn't we? I mean, how many times
Take off your equipment.
How many times have I saved your lives, all of you?
Take off your equipment, rifle.
My name is Kai now.
So he starts taking off. My name's Kai now.
You make you drip clothing.
Starts taking.
Zyno says through gritted teeth, if any case, I owe you one. It's your actions that caused my first death.
Yeah, he killed you?
Y'all gonna keep blaming him for that shit.
It was his fault.
How was it his fault? I think okay. I think no. I remember Rick blaming him for not getting the trap off the door, because Rick tried to open the door and it set off a trap. And then after that, there was like a curtain down the hall,
which he failed to notice.
And I think he failed the perception check to hear anything behind it, because they jumped through the curtain and ran down the hall and charged everybody. And is that what he got blamed for? Failing his perception?
Yep.
He didn't warn me about the Kuatoa. That was great. Anyway, so he's like, oh, you won? For what? You still talking about the Kuatoa incident? Yeah. Look at you now, though. Now you're really in tune with your surroundings, aren't you? Pretty skilled at it, I must say. You're welcome.
Stop trying to give him his deal. Kai does not talk like that, my nigga. Stop giving niggas props. That's not how Kai talks.
It's not Kai, though.
Oh, yeah, good point.
This guy.
Sorry about that, man. Carry on.
There's Rayquaza.
Hey, that's his. At least he's playing with his character. He don't want to see anybody but Kai. He said, "Fuck Rayquaza."
So me? That's like that. I always treat him like Kai. I'm like, yeah, that's Kai. Kai is not like that. I know when Kai is Kai.
And now it makes sense all the other times I role played him.
Stop.
And you're like, that's not how Kai.
I'm so salty about that.
Yeah, you can make another personality. You can have like 3 in there, like Trigger Rigor Mortis is the 3rd one.
Yeah, that is true.
You can have more. Yeah, you can do a lot
with
right
that shit. That 50 would have caught Metzeor. No dimension door for him.
No, it wouldn't.
You don't have 50 AC touch.
How much AC I got touch with?
It ain't 50.
What is it?
Your character. I don't know.
You're supposed to know that. You got the almost updated sheet every time I come
Hey, I'm
on this
looking
shit.
at it. It's 35.
Oh, I can hit that easily.
My nigga, I can hit you easily too. What are you
That's
trying
not.
to
Hey, everybody's high level and they can whoop each other's ass. That's why nobody whoops each other's ass.
Nah, after these next two levels, let's see what happens.
This guy Matt's like, I can't
whoop
whoop anybody's ass. I
can
can
take a ass whipping though.
this guy's like kick ass.
For real.
All right, it's touch AC 30.
Well, I can't beat you. Okay.
You're good at getting your ass kicked. What the fuck was
Damn.
that?
Yeah, bro.
What
You
was
got
that?
kids? Is that your kids or one of the pets?
He gets swatted.
Well, wait, did she drop? Got herself from upstairs? That shit sound like it was right next to your people.
I'm tired of your cat porn, Louis.
Why is it cat porn? What is cat porn? It's nasty.
Yo, look, it's all right. With that, when I get my next level, it won't be 35 anymore. That touch AC will be 47.
That would be a lot more difficult to hit. That would be a lot more
You
difficult.
said 47.
It'll be 47. Touch AC.
I'm gonna send some epic little monsters.
God, I've been waiting for this.
What are they called? They're called Flurry acids or some shit. They're like all their attacks are touch attacks or something like that.
That's good. 47, nigga.
Get out of here.
Like, get off of them. I got these.
I think if you fought defensively, you could pump it up enough.
Still block this shit. Yep. 47 plus fighting defensive. I'm good. Niggas I know gonna be like, he snatched the first bullet and then dodged the rest. How? And then he's on me, beating the shit out of me. Holy fucking shit, Batman. Actually, Zino, what's your fortitude say? You got a bad fortitude, eh?
No, I don't.
All right, but then I'll just attack your CMD. I know that ain't fucking high.
Oh wait,
Nah.
41.
It's higher when you're a saint.
Yeah.
No, my fort's 15, but my CMD is 41.
Oh, it's 46 when he's a saint. Jesus.
Stop it. Stop it.
Louis, you're forgetting something. You gotta add the dex when it goes up, too. Dex
Exactly. I only need one.
Oh.
I only need one.
The Metro could fly too, though.
Oh.
You said, oh.
I just need to hit him with one staggering bullet. That's good. But
it won't happen because that's the bullet I'm gonna parry.
I mean, like that. You saying that I don't have others?
That's
I get the free reload.
That's good.
I mean, like it's not gonna work because you got like a 68 fucking touch AC.
That's not 68, but
shit.
It ain't 68, but
you're gonna need some dispelling.
Yeah, I looked at it. That shit's not cheap to make.
Nope.
Oh, you got hit with dispelling bullets?
They're not cheap to make. That's why I never offered to ask for them to be made because they're not cheap.
Wait, how many bullets? What do they shoot and dispel you?
Yeah.
They shoot. You get hit with a dispel.
That's good.
Take off.
Like those burrowing bullets were like what, like 20 to about like 2,000 a pop or something like that. Yeah.
Burrowing bullets. Which ones? The greater ones or the regular ones?
The greater ones.
He said 3 anti-magic bullets of borrowing. Let's think of it.
Wait.
I mean, like, I'm going to talk to Claudius for that one, for real.
That's some new shit right there.
You got to consider this.
That's some new shit.
You got to consider this. The first bullet I'm going to, like, slap away. So you already know the first shot is not going to hit. So you gotta remember that. The first bullet is already gone.
Well, she catches you flat-footed.
Yeah.
Or my startling shot instantly makes you flat-footed.
I guess.
Nah,
Doesn't it have to like?
you'd have to beat him in initiative.
Yeah,
Startling
no,
shot.
he-
Yeah, but startling shot's a standard.
Yeah, that's a standard.
And then by the time I get to you,
That's it. Like,
And your turn comes back up. That's the same. When your turn comes back up, he won't be flat-footed anymore.
that's it.
like you can't like because I'm gonna teleport right to you, and then that's it.
All right. So he stripped himself.
Ew. Y'all niggas is
Well,
gay.
not like that, but
I'm like,
I mean, no, they did that once already. So
I think I'm gonna make. I either want to make a Scion next or a girl barbarian. I'm not
Kai's
sure.
naked again, just like old times.
Well, I escort, Millennium escorts Reichwatch to the same.
Yeah, why you so rough, Valeda? Talk to this nigga, son. Where's your niceness at? Valeda was all rough.
Oh, I want to talk to him.
Yeah, talk to him. Son. Figure it out. Come on, man. We got a lot of memories with this dude. You can't just be escorting niggas to the prison cell, bro.
Is that what Messerwell says in character?
Nigga, I'm fucking no. I can't say nothing because I'm knocked up.
Oh,
Well-
yeah, that's right. Okay, well, yeah. They call this dude the Iron Martyr for a reason. He has no feet.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, well, you're enemy, you're Reichwatch, so I'll treat you like enemy. Nothing to talk about.
Farquaad's glances over to Messo's body and he's like, so is he gonna be okay?
Oh, don't be trying to ask no questions. Get the fuck out of here. With that smirk
Because
on.
you're escorting him and Zyno. I guess it's you and Zyno.
Yeah.
Alright.
What does he say?
He said, is he gonna be okay?
That's none of your concern.
He's like, you're right. It's actually Kai's concern. There's still a little piece of him in me trying to hang on.
Unfortunately, giving you any information upon your escape, if such a thing were to happen, would be aiding our enemies. So, Reichwatch, please step into the chamber. The information you're asking for is classified.
Guess that's it then. Alright.
Those got this evil smirk on, like something's about to go down.
I'm waiting for something to pop off. I'm like,
Yeah, you bring him into the room and
Nigga set traps in here, son. Y'all about to get fucking body right now. I already know that.
he's like, he bring him in there and he's like, he's waiting for shackles, but he's also smirking because he's like, you know, I'll probably just escape those shackles anyway.
Mm.
Does he say that?
Yeah, he says that.
No, he just has that look and Valenium.
yeah, Layden doesn't bother bringing it out.
What is this? What is his escape artist? Yeah.
He says, of course, shackles would be pointless. However, I'm sure when Cynthia comes back in a few hours.
Plus, well, no, without the magic eye, it dropped to the 20s, but still pretty good.
However, I'm sure when Cynthia comes back with in a few hours, you'll be sent to a place that mundane shackles and escape parlor tricks will not allow you to escape. She'll have plenty of time to sit back and focus on your misdeeds. Whatever moral compass you have left as Reichwatch. Enjoy the next few hours of solitude. Slam the door. I'm like, well, if you'd like to talk to Reichwatch, cross-reference him for any information, have at it, Simon.
I stay.
So he,
I want to go off to the chamber to see what's going on with Cauldron.
As you leave, Zyno calls out, maybe if I'm lucky, he attempt to escape. Therefore, me killing him won't be like a bad deed.
Man,
Well, as you're leaving the cell,
was really in the meantime.
you see the majestically heavenly form of Nidrama coming down the hall.
Oh shit!
She looked prepared for battle. Then obviously she realized.
I fucks with you, John.
She stops herself. She's like, a second. She's like, clearly for a moment I thought we had intruders. She was like,
No,
I was actually worried. I was very close to trailing you towards the fiery sink, but it looks like I didn't need to.
well, we do have a cage right in custody.
What happened to the rest of them? In fact, what happened entirely?
There's much to brief you on. But the tree of shackled souls has been destroyed. I fear we may have lost something in that exchange. I know one thing we have lost in that exchange is the very people we hoped to save. The shackled one. They're all gone. The souls expired in fueling the tree in its attempts to fuse our plane with the next.
We were unable to bring back. She's like, were you able to bring back from one body to attempt the resurrection?
I was not, no.
She shakes her head.
The battle that took place there was so tremendous that, well, it caused the explosion. It caused a volcanic eruption. You had no choice but to flee or stand in lava. However, the tree has been stopped, so the threat is brought to an end. The city is safe, for what it's worth. From here, we rebuild. However, the remaining cage rights are still out there. I wouldn't be surprised if they had some sort of backup plan.
The fuck is that?
So I intend to ask Claudius to use that
So the portal won't open now. But many of the cage rights are still alive and still holding on to power. The problem is that their plan may have failed, but I've been having a strong feeling that was never their original plan. With all these preparations, they have some. It's possible they have something else in mind, or maybe they have a retaliation in mind. It could be anything foul, considering these fiends. But our biggest problem is we don't know their true location.
well, that we have the power to ask.
So what do you
Use
mean?
divine magics to help us in that regard. Perhaps the very same magics that gave us the location of the fire sanctum.
That might work, but
We also have the artifact that Claudius is attempting to use right now.
what? Oh, you're gonna use the soul. Wait, she's like, what? You wanna use the soul pillars?
That's what time spell for desperate measures.
It's like calling on the trapped souls of the dead that are stuck in these pillars. Some answers. There's got to be another way.
There are others, and we'll try them. They are less risky. such as with their prayers that I'm pretty sure Cynthia may have at her disposal. However, we're running out of time.
She's looking at the main soul pillar in the room, in the chamber. She goes, she shakes her head, and she's just like glaring at it. She's like, I honestly don't even want to keep these around. Were it up to me, I'd have them destroyed.
After this is all said and done, destroy them if you must. But as they stand now, they're a resource.
I remember the okay. Oh yeah, I remember the scrying chamber. So there's two. There's the scrying chamber that Fetor was using. Exactly who was captured? Because I don't remember what happened to Fetor, the guy with the Dracolich. Was he killed or was he captured?
The Dracolich was killed.
Of course, the Dracolich.
Still kind of tight. We never. Kind of tight. We never resurrected that paladin.
Fetor himself. I thought he went on trial for some shit. And no, that was different, dude. That was the half team dude.
I mean, honestly, the players should be keeping track of this too, but my memory's fuzzy about this. IKL was actually an apprentice to one of the cage rights.
For real?
The guy that killed Zalarian. He's I know he's captured. I know you guys didn't kill him.
What about Black Sun 7?
Kill him. You captured him, and then later you found out he's an apprentice to the head of the cathedral Sorcerer's Passing. You haven't seen her yet, but she's one of the cage rights, and he's an apprentice to her. So
Lewis, he says, I'm thinking chloroform, Fetor got killed by Zynol's bullet, I think. Claudius
got killed by Zynol's bullet. Chloroform?
Chloroform got away. I remember he walked away.
Chloroform got dug up by the city.
No, I thought he was going back to the abyss.
They let him go.
They
let him go. He went back to the abyss to try and get the Smoking Eye again, but he got killed by Black Sun 7 instead.
That's what it was.
Black Sun 7 had taken his ass. Black Sun 7 had helped him get back to the Smoking Eye and threw his ass in there.
So basically, what you're trying to say is that like the people who have gone down for things that they did wrong, the city didn't do anything about it. It's left up to the place. But we were never told that, so we never did anything to them.
He took IKL in. He took Fetor in. Well, the Fetor might have. I feel like he was killed.
Because it was never clear, what.
Well,
because
Nidrama's
with stuff.
Nidrama's trying to.
We just kill people and it's cool, or I didn't it was never clear, and so I just assumed this is a city. We're in the city of Cauldron.
No. I know you guys have been doing that. Valenum's been the leader in that.
Right.
Letting whatever wrong they did, whoever they wronged the most or have been wronging, you guys have taken them to the proper authorities. If they were taking a lot. I'm trying to remember who was taking.
Who was taking a lot? A lot of people we just left.
IKL, I believe, was one because Nidrama. Okay, so Nidrama brings up when you go, there's other ways. She goes, yes, if you happen to have any of the cage rights, or even their apprentices, no doubt they might have information on their whereabouts.
If they were a named person, I don't think any of us would just left them there.
If they
were fodder, we weren't capturing fodder and bringing them in. But for main dudes, I have a name and spells, and I'm a mini boss, I'm fucking you up. Yeah, unless we killed them, we brought them in to get them. So that one dude on top of the Dracolich, I remember he was the first person bodied in that fight, and we took the Dracolich out after him. We would definitely have brought him in because, that motherfucker was riding a Draco Lich. It's pretty fucking important. So he was the final boss. So, I mean,
Ardeth you left behind. You didn't meet that one. Garo you locked up and sealed. Newland ran off. Oh, what happened to that's the leaders. The rest of their apprentices. Yeah, other.
What happened to
what dude?
Wild
Other dudes we didn't fight. We just sealed them up in the room.
Oh, fifth. Oh, Rhea Body. She ran off though, didn't she?
Everybody in Real
Yeah,
Body's
Real
house
Body's
came out.
alive.
She ran off. You
Yeah.
guys ended up taking down.
We beat mad people. The ones that we didn't fight ran away.
IKEA was taken.
Voodoo.
What you call it ran back. What you call from the irons or the bone sperm, not bone sperm, iron.
Mez and Claudius released him in exchange for valuable information.
That's
And Chloroform used his newfound freedom to go back to the Abyss and then got killed by Solarian's adversary. The what's his name?
All right, so the only one you have is the only ones you have is Rayquaza and IKEA.
And Blue Duke.
Well, if we had IPL and Blue Duke is already in his own.
Blue Duke was outside that circle.
He's still locked up. Fuck that.
I feel like.
I mean, you could try. You could question him.
I don't feel like he'll pay attention.
He might though.
Blue Duke is not there because Blue Duke already got put in
He's in a demi-plane prison.
He's in a demi-plane prison because he was actually the only person I thought we had custody. If we had custody of this dude, I would have made a demi-plane prison for him and put him in there too. So that's the only thing we could do, pretty much, is just keep making prison things. Exactly what's about to happen right now. Now we could go to the prison plane, but then that takes a plane trip.
Alright. Claudius is saying better to interrogate Rayquaza fully. Now, what was Claudius doing at the what was he doing at the scrying chamber? Sound like you about to scry.
He said he was going there to look up the fate of what happened to during the volcanic explosion. He wants to know what happened to the explosion. And then read his stuff down.
Scrying work on a location, or does it work on a person? I thought it was on a particular individual. It's a magical sensor. You can hear and see and hear some creature which may be at any distance. The subject sees it. Yeah, it works on a subject. Doesn't let you like look at it just an area. So he would have to pick somebody that yes. Oh yeah, it has to be a subject. Because the only thing once you can hear and see the subject and then only its immediate surroundings within 10 feet of it. But I think it works like a greater scrying. So, secret tricks. Scrying chamber. It can be used to cast scrying 3 times a day. Yeah, it's gotta be someplace, a specific person. And it doesn't work on a location. He's in the inner circle of cage rice also. What's this? It looks like a crystal ball, so it's not. No, it's not clairvoyance, it's just scrying. Now the soul pillars. Where are they? Soul pillars, they hold vast stores of knowledge. They can be used to impart a great deal of information. Each use requires a minute of concentration and an intelligence check. Long-term use of the soul pillars exposes you to dangerous necromantic energy, as befits the disturbing practice of learning from tortured undead souls. There could be possible strange and detrimental side effects for anybody working too long with the soul. This is all stuff Cynthia already like certain limits. There could even be a gradual shift in alignment to evil as a possible result. Um, they dispense their foul knowledge in small and erratic spurts. Successful activation allows you to pull knowledge from their spirits trapped in the soul pillars. It works like contact outer plane, as if contacting a greater deity at castle level 20. Each use requires a DC 16 intelligence check to avoid having your intelligence and charisma reduced. It follows the rules and restrictions of contact outer plane. Fator's notes would provide. I don't even know if the characters found his notes. I think he did. Notes would provide a +6 confidence bonus on this check. Unlike contact outer plane, it is not limited to one-word answers. You should feel. Okay. It will most likely dispense cryptic phrases or even longer clues in addition to the one-word answers. There you have it. Meanwhile, Metzler. Oh, he's not even there. I want to get something to eat. I heard a microwave. A spell actually exists to scry looks. I know clairvoyance is one. Scry location and complete scoundrel. Yeah. I figured there was a spell like that. Damn, complete scoundrel? They waited that long just to come out with a scry location. Yeah. A lot of the refugees were taken towards one of two places. There's the map. Hold on. Oh, not that one. Hold on. I don't have two. Which one's? Oh. Okay. So the people that had to leave, everybody that had to leave Cauldron, they were taken to one of two places. They were either taken to Nyarketh, which is where the chisel's located. Your characters have been there. It's also known as Red Gorge. It's not only home to the chisel, but it was actually the first founding town of that Cerebar Spellmason opened up before they then later created Cauldron. Or they took them to the village of Kahane, which is down the mountain and in the valleys, out of the mountain range, and towards. It's an area that's used more for agriculture. most went to. Yeah, so some went to Naruto, some went to Kage. It depended on the people. It depended on the people's skills or what resources they had, or which location
Relax.
would be a best fit for them to move to for the time being.
Mez is moving to Shadow Down. He's got a wizard he needs to talk to.
That's it.
Be like, yo, Minster, what's up, man? I'm knock on his door. Or have a meeting with Kelvin Blackstaff. Like, yo, Kelvin, what up?
Claudius tells Valena that he should check out the fate of Cauldron and its surroundings to make sure the damage and calamity is contained.
Alright.
In comes the sanctum of Droelf, like no other. Dritz, do word.
So Palladium says to
Corny.
Claudius, what do you intend to do with my absence?
Yeah, you come along just. What? Mez is not that. Mez is in a coma.
Yeah. Don't worry, man. I'm not here.
He forgot. Alright, well, he's in there. Metsuar. The broad, ebony skinned, bare-chested man that you see before you. And by that hut that you were led to by the talking Tyrannosaurus Rex. Like I said, he was busy weaving a basket together with hands that seem very desperate despite how large they are.
What kind of basket are you weaving there?
It's just to pass the time. Come over here. Sit down, Metsuar. Yes, I know you.
That was going to be my next.
Well, I have been watching your soul as I have been watching the rest of the souls of all the Chilton people.
This can't be. The maze. Oh, you're him. I have a seat.
Yes. He grabs a pitcher, like a clay pitcher, exquisite quality too. Like, and there's all sorts of like designs, paint. Actually, it's not even painted. It's just a lot of designs crafted into this, this pottery. He pours the jug into to what appears to be, a ceramic with clay type cup as well. And you see this white purplish liquid bubble inside. Into the cup, passes it over. Drink.
Mez smells it first before he's like, does it smell like good?
You smell it, and it's very strong, but it also has like a slightly sweet, like after scent to it. Definitely alcoholic.
The first thing I'm thinking is, man, this smells great. Zino's really gonna be mad he missed out on this.
Oh.
And he pours himself a cup, and he holds it up and gulps it down in one.
Mez says, what is it? Tick tuck to Tanner, or I forgot what the hell is that dwarven saying before you drink? I always say tick knock Titanic and drink.
TikTok.
No, shut up, Watson. You always it's like tick knock Titanic or some shit.
There's a phrase. I think it was in the
It's a phrase.
They have like a phrase that the dwarves would say before they take a drink.
As I said, before you drink, the dwarves always. I remember, I forgot what it is, but it's like tick knock Titanic. I would have to look it up. This was delicious. You drink this all the time? Oh, definitely a god. So why am I here? I mean, I was in the middle of a very climactic battle, which I think I died. Not really sure what happened toward the end.
Straight to the point.
Well, that's medicine.
That's a wall. That's the Wale. As you already know, I haven't been entirely, how should I put this, close to my people. For as you already possess the wisdom and the knowledge passed out to you by your father. The Cholton people, they beg and ask too much. I had to step back and let them run their own fate, their own destiny. I'm still here because of a promise made to the gods. For it is my job to defeat the night serpent, Dendar, before he swallows the sun.
So am I here to help you with that?
No. That time is not yet here. Hopefully it will never come. However, I can say that you are indeed in the afterlife, yet a part of you still remains on your world.
So I'm in the in-between.
I am speaking to you.
Mez looks concerned.
I speak to you through the landscape of your soul. And as one of the Choltons I have watched, as you twisted through the maze of your life and drew together this path that has led you to here. The heck? Oh.
What happened?
No,
I'm listening.
I'm sure they come in. I was like, what the heck? Still doing laundry. So he goes,
Dendar, the night serpent.
He goes, I see that you have chosen to dedicate yourself to a very righteous way of life, and you pay heed not to just the ancestral god of your people, but the gods of the heavens as well.
Well, without your blessings, we would not have anything today. I always try to remind Master Class Mage Claudius of that. He doesn't think too highly of you guys. He say we can do it ourselves. But I don't believe that.
I had no hand in what you have done. Not at all. We've been receiving your blessings from the gods of the heavens. One such as the Mater, Torm, Tyr, several others.
Seriously?
That is because through your comrade, Cynthia, that is the path you have chosen.
She's actually one of the smartest people I've ever met. You should talk to her sometime. She's so knowledgeable.
I have come to tell you this, that it will be me sending you back whole. However, there is a terrible price that you had to pay for what you had done.
There is no burden I will not carry to save my friends and family.
And the
There is
gods
no
of the
price.
heavens will see to it that you are justly rewarded as they have told me. So,
Uh-huh.
Metsuwa, are there any questions you have of me?
I just want to know, are my friends safe? Did my family get out? Did everyone's family get out? If you're watching, you'll know.
What I know, yes, I am quite sure that they have escaped alive.
That's good.
As for your father, see his soul not. Fortunately, something must be holding it back, or something might have destroyed it completely. That is something that even I have yet to know.
This can't be. What could hold a soul back in the realm of the living?
It's quite possible that the soul
In all your
is still being used for something foul, unholy.
now that I cannot allow. I'll take another one of those drinks, and I'll be on my way. And I mean to be rude, but I need to save the people I love. Damn, son, my dad, he still got his soul. How y'all gonna do me like that? Kind of ridiculous.
He nods. Gives you another drink. And he nods down towards the ground, the lush, fertile ground filled with all sorts of
Yeah.
jungle plants, pretty much.
Mez also
And
bows to and respect to him.
and he smiles, and he's like, it appears a very old friend down there. He's here to greet you before you go.
Oh yeah, really? Roll a tumble check. Hold on, Mez gonna flip down there.
He's flipped down.
Actually, no, I might fall.
Flip
I don't
down,
want to
and you
embarrass
see
myself.
before.
I don't want to embarrass myself. I'm gonna climb down the tree. You know what I'm saying?
Climb down the tree, and you see coming around another tree through the brush. A majestic and mighty triceratops. And you notice like the tips of the triceratops's horns are like a dark like a dark orange in color.
Okay.
Which brought you to a flashback to your childhood of Thanu.
Oh snap!
The triceratops that your father gifted you with upon your coming of age.
Yeah, so he's like here now. He's in the realm with the gods. I respect that. I give him a big hug, like, oh my god, I haven't seen you in so long.
Except instead of being the juvenile triceratops, it's fully
He's
grown.
like a gigantic.
Like a fully grown gigantic triceratops.
Does he have a family and kids?
You don't see any. It's just Thanu. But I guess
Like,
being in the outer realms like this wouldn't necessarily need a family. Everything would be its family.
damn. So I give him a hug. I rub right behind his What the hell is that thing called? It's not really an ear. It's like that big metal forehead thing, like
It's
the
like it's like a plate, I think.
Yeah, I rub behind the plate where he used to lay, this little spot. See if he still gets his little leg kick out. Like,
He does. He's the leg kick.
Yeah. You bring back memories. It looks like we both moved on and moved forward. You've grown so big. I would take you with me, but I don't think I'd have room for you anywhere. Plus, you're safe here anyway.
Yeah. Plus, you also remember the terrible event that got Thanu killed.
True, but I want to bring him back. like Lord of the Maze. Do you mind if I come back here and visit him again one day?
I will do you one better.
Uh-oh.
And Thanu's like form starts to swirl into like life energy. No ball of it, and then it shoots up into the heavens. And he's like, Thanu will be reborn. And you may just bump into each other once again.
Thank you. I don't know how to repay you, but I will always praise your name every day. Well, I've been doing that already, but still.
Well, now he's there's no need to do that. For you are your own man, and you have chosen to give your responsibility to the gods of the heavens.
If you see any other gods, just ask them. We need some help down there. Cauldron is getting beat up.
Your friends and these gods have seen your great sacrifice, and you will be blessed greatly to defeat the mighty fiends that bring danger to the Cholton Peninsula.
Charles said, "This is Mez dad." Like, no, Charles. It's Uteo.
He tells you
the Lord of the Maze is what they call him.
Tells you
no, Mez dad is dead.
It's time to send you back.
I'm ready.
And then,
oh, nah. It wasn't my dad's spirit. It was an animal that he had when he was younger. My father gave it to me.
It was a Triceratops.
Triceratops, yeah. He died when I was a kid. Well, I'm ready to go.
So suddenly there's like a bright flash of multicolored light, and then it turns all white, and then everything goes black. Well, not white. It all goes bright and silvery, and then goes black. And eyes begin to open. Back in the material plane, Metro is still in a coma. You're not gonna wake up from your coma for nobody knows when.
Don't
You'll be waking up. Right now, your friends are gonna just take care of you until.
He's like doing Goku right now, just like in a hyperbolic time.
Yeah, my nigga is fine right now. Yo, later, you supposed to help me out, son. Put me in your bed, son. I want the nice bed.
I have to go back to Cauldron to make sure there's a temple with a bed left to put you on.
Yeah, that's a good point. Y'all niggas just leaving me laid on the floor. Put me on this chick's wing or something.
You can put her on the wing.
Yeah.
Well, Ken, the whole fucking Cauldron erupted and was sitting on a volcano, so.
I'm sure Claudius did summon mattress or something.
I'm so used to always having my true son. Kai is the lame son now. What the fuck? You will be in the VIP suite in the sanctuary. That's right. You guys have your own headquarters. You get something to drink.
Yeah, who's eating?
I was like Antonio.
That nigga sound like a gargoyle. He's like, oh, what the fuck?
So,
Damn, so I'm still knocked out, dogs. Yeah, Watson putting that pimp game on you in the bedroom. Got your titties out.
He like, hey, what you wearing?
So you said he got his voice got deeper all of a sudden. His voice is mad deep.
Now I'm playing D&D.
Nah, what's going on? Nah, I'm just at my boy's house. We playing Overwatch. But yeah, you know, I just finished doing back, girls. So I'm about to finish up. Yeah, I'm trying to figure this out. Yeah. Take your mayonnaise off. Yeah, drink some water. Make some orange juice with it. Tell her to get some coconut water to up our electrolytes too.
I've had back pain before, but nothing that's
She's like, man, I need you to rub my leg. He go rub this dick. Damn, Fight Club came out 18 years ago. I'm old. Aliens, bro. Aliens. Urgent care for what? This thing worked out that hard. Bitch said I gotta go to urgent care. So I'll start complaining. Yo, Watson, go ahead to urgent care, son.
What were you doing last night? Is that
I'm gonna leave around. Pretend like I'm in the coma. Watson's telling the girl to go to urgent care. I'm just listening. He's got his voice all deep, like, yeah, girl, you okay? You gonna be alright. Louis, you should drink water while you drinking soda.
I only drink soda during game sessions. I drink mostly, like you said, I drink mostly water. I have to. I get kidney.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, you do get those shits on that.
Actually, they said water. He said soda's okay if it's clear soda. But I drink mostly water.
Yeah, don't believe that shit.
I drink mostly
soda, my nigga.
Yeah, I don't drink real soda though. I drink 0 calorie.
Wait, did another Chucky's coming out?
0 calories, 0 sugar.
You hear me? Another Chucky's coming out. The Cult of Chucky.
Fuck Chucky.
What you mean? Chucky's Chucky, dog.
Chucky needs to stay as a fucking classic. Like,
Yeah, right. This is a 7-1, dog. How could it be a classic? It's 7
You
on.
don't need 20 sequels of that shit.
Nah, Chucky was the truth, son. Chucky 2
Everybody trying to
is the
jump on this
best.
remake, remaster, whatever, like they did with It, which I heard everybody saying was really good. But
Nah, it was pretty good. I ain't gonna lie. But you know they just recycle movies, right? They just fucking recycle them and then be like,
pretty much running out of ideas.
they didn't make a Bleach movie. Did you watch that, Louis? Bleach?
What?
A Bleach movie.
I don't watch those live action anime movies. They're corny.
What you mean? You didn't watch Mortal Kombat? Mortal Kombat!
Yeah,
That was actually pretty good.
as a kid, that was the best thing I ever saw. And
We're
then,
talking about it's still good.
and then after I remember leaving the theater going, damn, where'd all the fucking blood and gore go, though? I was mad, actually, after I finished it. Like, I was hyped while watching it. And then after it was over, it was with Andrew Denisi. And, we left, and I'm like, man, I was expecting spines getting ripped out and people blowing up or whatever. I didn't see any. Then I started getting disappointed after that. Now when I watch Mortal Kombat, which I don't, but when it's on or whatever, like, Shelly still, I look at it like, this is garbage. I actually like this shit.
You remember when it's before
why the fuck is this Italian dressed like a Japanese guy? This motherfucker should be fucking making me a goddamn 16-inch pepperoni pizza and he's fucking riding. Get that
Wow.
Man, racist, son.
That was kind of racist.
It's fucking racist ass. Right,
I can say that because I'm Italian, though, so.
No,
What?
you're not Italian. You say you Spanish all the time. This nigga changed. This nigga changing every time he needs to be a racist, this nigga's changing.
Huh?
You're not Italian.
You want to tell that to my mom's entire side of the family?
Damn right, nigga. Yeah, you Spanish, nigga. You always be like, oh, I'm Spanish. I'm not Italian.
I'm pretty black.
Nigga, you Samuel Jackson. We don't believe that.
I claim both, but I'll claim the minority one.
What?
Claim that one because that one's being oppressed.
Nigga, you still white.
Once there's equality between, then I can say it. Now I'll just run around saying, yeah.
Me and Watson being oppressed.
I'm Italian Hispanic. I'm Hispanic Italian. But not equal, so. I'm an Antonio's getting a fucking kick out of this show.
No, Antonio,
what happened? Social ass loopholes. Like, what the fuck is Louis doing?
Yo, Antonio, what happened in your class when they said they was like, we don't trust in the government no more?
I fucking hate my school. Like, what are you paying? What are they paying for?
He said,
who said that? The teacher or the student?
No, some dumbass student.
Progress now. Have we made much progress now in comparison to like?
Yeah, because he asked me, do you think we're better off now than we were in the 1700s? I was like, yeah. And I was like, why? I was like, well, modern medicine, excluding the fact that I'm black, but modern medicine. He was like, oh, well, why do you think, this bitch goes, well, I believe the reason why we have modern medicine is because processed foods have actually hurt our body. I was like, but like polio though?
Yeah, niggas was dying of polio.
I was like, the polio was like a whole 50 to 100 years before processed food. Like processed food started like 50 something odd years ago. Or like the bubonic plague, nothing? Okay. All right.
Slavery? That was kind of.
I was like, I had to leave class. I'm like, I can't do this. I packed my shit up and left. I'm like, I can't do this right now.
Yeah, I'm kidding with you, bro.
I'm like, these motherfuckers paying.
It's like I said before, there's thousands and thousands of these little places that nobody fucking pays attention to, and they teach whatever the fuck they want. In
I was
those
like,
schools.
these motherfuckers paying $48,000 a
There's
year.
always white history in those schools. You know?
He said, "Why do you think it's better?" I'm like, "Nigga, because I'm black. I'm in school right now." Tell me a century that black people had a leg up, and I'll concede. But until then, like, all right.
But you said it was something else. They said, people used to be more loyal back
Yeah,
then
you
to the
used to
government.
be loyal to the
They're not
government.
now.
I was like,
And you were
but
like,
the American,
you don't have a British accent right now and worship a monarchy because people.
we have just look. I was like, the American Revolutionary War. You just skip that entire thing, huh? He was like, "All right." I'm like, "Oh, dumbass, get out." Like, what are you paying for right now?
Like, where'd you go to school at? I went to Wicked Car School. That's where I went.
I mean, like, they had to come from some prestigious ass place because AU is almost $50,000 a year. So like, they had to come from somewhere to afford that type of tuition.
A handout, but he won't call it a handout because that's what conservatives do, right? You need to pull yourself by your own bootstraps. Meanwhile, you're on welfare. You got government checks to go to school. You got what else? You got Medicaid.
Shit.
You got Medicaid. But you did everything yourself, though, right?
Shit, some of their family had to pay for that shit. I'm poor as fuck, and my government loans don't cover all of it. I still got to pay part of it out of pocket. So I'm like, what the fuck are y'all doing? Like, how do you get this far?
It needs to be a purge or something. I don't know.
I'm like, but like,
purge.
You can like get past the politics, but like American Revolutionary War, though, like you just couldn't. All right.
Most people don't even know what that is, man.
But like, really?
No, for real. You're like mad socially conscious. That's why. I mean, most people don't know. They don't care. They just go walking around.
I told them that the French had a big hand and I was winning the American Revolutionary War, and they just didn't believe me. Like, what do you, okay. All right.
The French, they hired fucking mercenaries, even the Native Americans, and then they fucked the Native Americans over after they won the war.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like a white person.
They're like, oh, thank you, Mohawk. All right, now it's your turn to get your ass.
Yeah.
Wait, what the fuck? We just fucking helped you defeat the goddamn British.
Now take these blankets, my nigga. Take these blankets.
Like, I was like, yeah, the French actually gave us weapons and arms to help fight the British. It's one of the reasons why we do it now. No, that didn't happen. Oh, okay. Okay.
Niggas said, no, that didn't happen.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, that's not funny. He said, no, that didn't happen. Why you making shit up?
Yeah. I know, Patrol, we had man help. They hired German mercenaries.
Like, we were getting our asses handed to us by the British.
They hired German mercenaries. We had German mercenaries. We had Irish mercenaries. And motherfuckers, they getting Irish people over here with big ass axes fighting on the back. Like,
stupid, like barbarians.
For real, they were like. It wasn't just Americans fighting; everybody was fighting. Well, what did they say, Matt? Colonials. It wasn't just colonials fighting; it was fucking everybody. Native Americans, all of them.
I think I'm gonna go back to the corner white people.
What is that?
He's gonna go back to calling white people colonials.
Yeah, okay.
Just call them redcoats and shit.
Like, hello, colonial. How are you today? Look at you like what?
Fucking colonial.
Suburbanized colonial.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because they just finished the French and Indian War. They were afraid of the French invading them. British were afraid of the French alliance that happened with the Americas. They were like, "Oh shit, what do we do now?" They just bodied us.
They just got out of the 7-year war with the French. That's what pissed the colonials off, and then the colonials were like, "Fuck England." That's when the French were like, "Hey, you really think so? You really believe that? Hey,
here's our permanent alliance.
You're my friend now. Like, we just got out of a war with them. We'll help you fuck them up."
There's nobody doing that. You know who's doing all this? The Rothschilds.
Wow.
That's right. That's it. My nigga Roth.
What the fuck was Spain doing the whole time? Oh, Spain was chilling in the south. Like, fuck all this.
Yo, Lewis, do you know how much money the Rothschilds have?
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Let's say Spain had colonies here too. So the Spanish were here at the same fucking time.
Rothschilds have
Yeah,
$500
people have a problem
trillion.
with Hispanics. But like, motherfucker, they were here just at the same fucking time. Like,
Yo, how do you have $500 trillion though?
Politics.
No, like $500 trillion. That's like so much money.
oh yeah, I know, Machado. They were an empire.
Who?
Great,
Rothschilds?
fucking
But see, they were a smart empire, though, like,
Britain.
because they legitimately thought that, well, since we're a country, they're going to implode on themselves anyways. Haha, that didn't happen.
North American history. Let's do some.
Let's talk about how Beladen
History happened here.
met Bigsby.
Zino watches Kai intently. Frustration as the time goes on.
Bigby's crushing hand flies through the hallway.
All right, I was looking at Zino like, anything you want to talk about?
He's talking to you, Zino. Shit, bitch ass. Said, why don't we have a drink together, Zino? You're gonna poison that shit.
No. Instead, he takes a second, sheathes, puts the rifle in a holster. He kind of like chuckles as he shakes his head. Because you went through all of this. For what? For you to sit in this cell? You wouldn't be this calm if you believed that this was the end. So tell me, what grand scheme or plan do you have to get out?
Like, I don't have no plan to get out. But something is going to get out. Something's going to come loose. It's going to break free. And then you'll know. And then you'll understand. Then you'll see. It's a shame it'll be too late by the time you find out. Yeah, that cut out. Are you fucking kidding me? Wow.
Black screen, black screen.
Wow. I did all that. I did all that and I got cut out. At least I know it's not my computer. Damn.
Welcome back. New computer.
Hey, it took me 2 seconds to get back though.
If Latham hadn't come back, though.
All I had to do was freaking hit reload.
Yeah, but Layton's not there either. What do you have, a power outage?
Well, yours is working.
Alright, so continue that RP.
I know, I got cut off right in the middle. I was all in it and shit.
Do it. So you putting this on are you putting this on Twitch or not?
It's been on Twitch.
Alright, I'm about to log into Twitch. Yeah, I see it. I'm about to lay in my bed. I gotta pretend I gotta go with the RP and lay down like I'm really fucked up.
So what he was trying to say to Zion was, oh, I'm not worried about myself getting free, but something will be laid. Something will be loose. Something will break free. And then you'll see, and then you'll know. So what he was trying to say. And it'll be too late by the time you find out.
He says, the only reason that's stopping me at this very moment from taking this rifle, putting one between your eyes, is what would come afterwards. You talk as though all of the things that we have accomplished here would stop because of whatever you claim is going to happen. Take a look around. You took your tree down. Your leader fled. At this point, I can't really think of much that would stop us.
Oh, we know. Damn, what the fuck are you doing?
What the fuck is all that noise?
I thought that was
you. That's from your end. What the fuck are you playing?
Whoa.
Hello?
What is all that noise?
I don't know. I think it's you.
That sounded like Claudius for a second.
No, because when I mute Darren, it goes away. Yeah, I mute Darren, it goes away.
Hold on, let me see if I got. I don't have nothing open now.
That sounded like Claudius for a second.
Don't mute me. Let me see.
Hello?
Whoa,
Shit.
see?
Shit.
Yeah, that was him. Son. That was not
It
me.
is me. Charles back. How is that shit working? It hasn't worked the whole night.
I'm hearing like, oh, this is music.
Do you guys hear me good or it sounds far away?
Sound like you're fucking retarded.
It sounds like you using Lewis's own computer.
It sounds like my computer. Oh, Darren's playing the fucking stream. Stop echoing us.
Well, this is an old computer. It's from 2000.
Hey, he's gone.
You're coming
Yeah.
in fine now.
What the?
You're coming in fine now.
Am I coming in fine? Oh, this is awesome. All right, I'm not even going to touch this computer.
No, never mind.
So it doesn't, I didn't even do anything.
No, it keeps it like it. You sound fine for like 10 seconds, and then it goes back, and then it's been going back and forth.
Well, now you know how it feels. All these years you torture us with your old computer.
Damn, why are you playing the goddamn stream? You're just echoing on my damn computer. Guy's an idiot. I'm gonna mute you now. He's like watching our stream, so like everything, I'm hearing everything again like 20 seconds later.
Why are we streaming?
Because I have a laptop that can stream now.
Oh god.
What do you think I got a new one for? Just so my voice isn't robotic for like a few minutes. No, everything runs smooth on here. I could watch videos at 60 FPS and not have it all get all.
Nice. How much you pay for your computer?
It was originally I think 700, close to 750, but it was on Groupon and it was refurbished, so I got it for like 420, something like that.
Yeah, man. I hope I didn't fuck up my computer. I order on Amazon the little things I will open up my computer.
It sounds like you spellcasted. when your voice starts to cut out and go a little robotic, it sounds like you're spellcasting.
Yeah, that's how you sounded to us, man. I'll keep it to typing mostly.
Damn. My computer must have had shit memory. I think it only had like 6 gigs. This one has 16 gig of RAM. This shit has almost 3 times as more fucking RAM than my damn old one. But anyway. So Zion, you there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. After that, Rykard starts to like mutter. Just like mutter under his breath. He's like,
Kai's gonna kill Simon.
the sign, the Carcerian sign, madness, the prince of it all. And then he starts to like hold his head. He's like, not now. And then he gets onto his knees, holding his head. And then like his voice changes and it pitches back to the morose, matter-of-factly kind of speech patterns that the Kai that you guys knew has. And he's like, Zino, listen. He's like, I'm trying. And then it switches back to Rykard's speech. He's like,
Roll that bluff, Kai.
no, stop, not now, no. That's it. I'm just gonna have to rely on this then. You're not coming back. Out! He drops to the floor. And it looks like he's like in some catatonic state. Every now and then he's like mumbling something.
I hear an echo.
That's fucking Darren.
That's Darren. I had to mute him because he's playing the stream. I don't know why.
Man, I'm gonna have to mute you too, Darren, because it's getting distracting.
Zino quickly draws his rifle. Takes a step forward, aiming it.
He doesn't flinch. His eyes are like blankly staring ahead and still mumbling. Doesn't sound like Spellcase.
Shit, I wouldn't even know if it was.
Right, but sounds like madness. It sounds like madness because whatever he's mumbling, it kind of feels like a little bit of it is in your head as well. But
he hesitates and as sternly as possible he goes, Kai. And then he's more assertive. Kai.
the eyes blink a couple of times, but that's it.
If you're in there,
It's like some kind of mental battle going on.
he takes the butt of his gun and kind of like knocks on the cage, kind of like attempting to startle.
That's okay. It's just a room.
Oh, it's just a room? Oh, that.
Don't get choked out. You know those medicals will hold him.
With your sense motive, you don't seem to sense any foul play.
His sense motive is no match for Kai's bluff. You know it.
Yeah, you're right.
Kai plus
Yeah, you're right.
He's a master bluffer.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, he lost
I got a +4. It doesn't even matter.
He lost +7. Oh, damn.
Don't even matter.
So then you got to play a guy as like
Yeah, he believes him.
either he
Like,
believes
I'm
him or
playing again.
either he believes him or he's not sure, and he's just
He's
like,
not sure. That's why he hasn't taken another step forward. His gun's still drawn, aiming at him.
however long you're standing there, that's as long as nothing happens. Occasionally, a word could be heard. You hear smoking eye. You hear um. You hear a Oedipus.
We don't have the group doesn't have a telepathic bond anymore, does it?
No. Oh wait. No, yeah, it does.
Well, I relay
Claudius only
what
dispelled it off of Kai.
I relay to the party what is currently happening to the best of my ability, and a hint of uncertainty can be detected within my voice.
Then it responds that Cynthia responds that the symptoms sound very close to the symptoms that befell Zenith's Splinter Shield, and that what you should do is you should leave the room, lock the door behind you, and do not open it no matter what. But you have to stay there and keep an eye on them. The lady and Cynthia are on their way to Cauldron to find out what happened in the city and try to help any survivors, people that are out there, so they can't come back. But yeah, this happened before with Xena's Splinter.
I see. All right. I'll guard the door. And he proceeds to walk out.
So where is it? So like, what's the? Right now, yeah. What's the? So yeah. So Zion's watching the door, but who's going to Cauldron and how and who's taking Metsuwa?
Claudius,
You cut out.
well, I'm not sure that he wants to see the to Cauldron and see if there's any either.
Well, I searched my character sheet already with both Cynthia and Nathan. They don't have a means of just teleporting. So they're gonna go there by mundane means. Yeah. But a volcano just exploded under the city, so people who are in the city.
I'm gonna name me. Why not go?
You keep cutting out. You're better off typing.
What?
Oh, there you are.
No. I'm saying that we could all teleport together to get there.
All right, let's
It's
go.
quicker.
Yeah, I could have hit you before. He was cutting that bad. Let's teleport though.
So who's only Sino and Mestor staying behind?
The drama is also there.
Yeah, so I think between Sino and the drama, they should be able to subdue a weakened Kai, so they should be good.
He does relay that for a moment he did hear Kai's voice.
Leyland says, there was no doubt that there was ever once a Kai. The problem is, the same could be said for Raekwon. Kai's
Well,
been there,
Claudius,
it will always be respected. However, Raekwon's personality, Raekwon's deeds need to be addressed. Even if
well,
Kai were to come to, you still have to answer for Raekwon's deeds. They share a vessel. And at any point in time, he could have asked for help, but he didn't. He didn't trust us. So these are consequences that we're dealing with.
well, the effect, the dimensional anchor, it will only last about 16 minutes, and I expect that our travesty to Cauldron will take a lot longer than that. Just that we do something more permanent for the time. Otherwise, porting techniques, he'll be able to just cyano and dry. And I do have, of course, I could turn Kai ice statue. He won't be harmed, at least until we decide to do with him. One corner of this what do we call this place again? Pillar of Souls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in the northern section of this vicinity, if you recall, there's a frozen area there where we fought that ice devil.
Right.
We could place the frozen Kai there. That way he won't melt. Obviously isolated. No one here will trespass, and this drama is nearby.
Right.
Is there any objection to that? Otherwise, we're gonna have to take him with us.
Leyland doesn't object. Cynthia says it's more than he deserves. Pretty sure Metro would agree.
This is not a permanent solution, but however, we have other people that are in need of our assistance, so we can't dwell too much on what to do with Kai for now.
Right.
So let's just do that now. So Lewis, I'm gonna cast flesh to ice. He's fighting his own inner demons, so Claudius gonna walk him towards the frozen area first, since he could walk.
Alright, what spell? I missed it.
I'm being merciful here, man. These people want to kill him. I'm trying to preserve him.
I went to kill him about 20 minutes ago. Then I saw him fighting himself. I'm like, oh shit! God damn it!
But we're gonna walk him first.
Wait, what spell you got?
Well, we're gonna walk him towards the northern area of the place, and let's walk him over there first, where the to ice.
Oh, I know what, yeah. With the ice latises.
It's a 5th level.
You can walk through the shit and they can do damage.
I never casted it before, but it's a spell that
God, you have flesh to ice? I don't know.
I hadn't fought. I never really used it.
I remember
It was one of my bonus spells. Sheet, look it up. I don't have access to my
I remember putting it down on your sheet, and I was like, but I haven't seen. This is my first time seeing it. I think.
I never had the opportunity to cast it. Well, at one point, I even had.
Now you do.
I know, right? That's what happens when you have a powerful team. You know, that's a lot of spells that I haven't gotten a chance to cast because we have such a powerful group.
Give ice to flesh. You don't.
What?
You don't have ice to flesh. You can't turn him back.
No, well, the break enchantment, wouldn't that work?
Yeah, it could. Yeah, if it works on if it works with flesh to stone. It should also work with flesh to ice. That's why not. Flesh to ice.
Break enchantment is level 6 spell, right?
I thought it
Or is that level 5?
was 5. That's 5 for clerics and wizards. Yeah. It can reverse even an instantaneous effect. Make a cast level check. Enchantments, transmutations, and curses. Yeah, it's transmutation. Yeah, break enchantment. Wait, if the spell is one that cannot be dispelled by dispel. Break enchantment only works if that spell is 5th level lower. What's flesh to ice?
It's a level 5 spell.
It is right on. Yeah, 5th.
It will not work on stone to flesh because it's level 6. Because we had
flesh
this
to stone.
discussion
Yeah,
before.
flesh to stone was 6,
But
wasn't it?
it should work for this one. Flesh to stone, yeah. Because it's level.
I remember going through this.
Yep, it is. So it wouldn't work on that.
Because we
Flesh
tried
to
this.
stone is level 6.
We tried this before,
But see, it'll work. It should
and then I
work.
caught that line. I was like, wait a second.
I see. It's coming back, the memories. That's why I got this spell. Because it's like a lower level one. That break this enchantment should work. Never saw me using this spell, Kai. Huh?
Kai's body.
That's his fault for
frozen.
getting that freaking getting that level dip, that power dip of I mean, yeah, man, he shouldn't have gotten, man. Now he has to be frozen. Mundane means won't work because otherwise force cage would. But then again, you got to worry about having to feed them and all that. Ice is the way to go. We don't have to worry about feeding him or making sure that he has to breathe. As long as that place stays cold, which I think I remember it was all icy. So yeah, he's nice. That'd be so funny if we leave him there for like 100. Somebody dispels him like, oh.
Somebody just finds the places exploring. You're like,
Kai, the last avatar. All right. Once that's done, then we go head to Cauldron. And I guess Simon could come with us now too. So you don't have to worry about Kai.
Yeah, I'll come with.
Unless you're staying with I don't know. Should we leave Mess behind? I don't know. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, we got
Yeah, let's leave. Yeah, let's leave Mess behind. He's good with the drama there.
We have a roguesicle, and we got a monk in a coma, and the drama is just be able to, babysit him. Either one.
Yeah, I forgot you.
yeah, she looks at Maxwell. She's like, she places a hand on him, and she's examining him. She's like, yeah,
Obviously, we take all of Kai's equipment, so he can't teleport
she's like,
anywhere.
I can sense that he's still alive.
Who can't teleport nowhere?
His soul is there, but it's faint.
Kai, it's not a magic item. It's his ability from his class that makes him teleport.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, his maneuver.
Mm.
So she
Nah.
so she's like his soul is there, but it's
His
faint,
stalker level.
as
His
if
stalker maneuver.
it's stuck, like, trying to find its way, either back here or beyond. I'll keep an eye on him and see to his health. These scars, and you see her hands like glowing as she's concentrating. She's like, these scars won't leave. She's like, she's like this. You say this was from destroying the tree of shackled souls with just his own power and an immense amount of his inner life force is key. Like, well, if he does return, his he may not come back exactly the same. She's like, I'll see to it that no harm comes to him without going through me.
So, yes.
So Chloe teleports four, four of you to where?
Um, 1 mile from Culture, maybe south, or is that too close? I don't know.
Yeah, a mile south down the mountain path. Yeah,
1 mile, yeah, 1 mile south is good. If anything, he could always just get the mile of it if he has to, just to see what's going on. And well, we're gonna borrow Kai's old equipment, wand of mounts. Might as well create horses from that wand.
Yeah.
We might have to create a in case there's any people strap them on the horses.
Right.
he uses his wand to get some horses.
Yep, and need a whole bunch of them, probably.
All right. I had a pick. That's before. That's after. Okay. All right. So it's pre-eruption. Those are the two picks. Post. One's pre-eruption. One's pre-eruption. One's post. The post eruption is not only is there
Get wrecked.
appears southern section, southwestern section, and some big gaping scars in the rock and whatnot. But obviously, many of those buildings aren't completely standing or they're half torn. The northern areas obviously got a lot of scorch marks thanks to that red dragon flying around burning whatever it wanted. But for the most part, it's still sections intact as opposed to the whole place being completely wiped.
Actually, picture
What post?
post up pretty.
This should be two. I should say it says pre-eruption and then there's pick and then there's post-eruption. So yeah, it's what your characters, what they see. There's nobody there. There's no as far as you can tell, there's nothing living here right now. A few animals here or there. Mostly avians.
Mostly what? Aliens?
No, avians, as in some birds here or there.
Arcane sight. I don't spot anything out of the ordinary, right? Like in the sky where the portal was supposed to open and all that stuff.
Nope. Oh, speaking of it, the skies are clear. They're back to being blue.
It was red before, right?
It was like a hellish red, orange, sickly yellow clouds. It was like this swirling like portal like opening right like far above in the skies, right above the city. It was crackling with like light purple lightning, and it was where the fiends started dropping from the sky right into the city. But that's completely gone now. The blue sky and the sun is shining on top of a ruined city that can still be rebuilt and salvaged. Not every building's torn apart or whatever. And, as for the Temple of the Iron Martyr, that can be seen still standing, unfazed it seems.
He makes his way towards the temple. He tells us go to the temple to make sure that the water, the right hand, and the church and the temple of the Iron Martyr are definitely well organized. Responding as quickly as possible to keeping the count.
Yeah, they're busy from. They're there trying to find whatever survivors might have gotten left behind. Yeah, they're very ecstatic to see their leader. That he had succeeded.
This is where you put like this sort of this like sad victorious but sad to like Final Fantasy theme type song.
I didn't make any of that. Hello? I don't know if can you hear me? You said your computer was a Mac. You gotta take it to Apple. Oh, he said perfect spot for Final Fantasy style song. I know. The jukebox doesn't the jukebox doesn't play anything from SoundCloud anymore. I don't know why. Some weird company technical shit. I don't know the exact details. It's just I don't know, something with their programming. They can't. It's not compatible with SoundCloud anymore. It's just stupid. Instead, the only music you can play is like, I think it's Fan Burst. Tracks are powered by Fan Burst, a place for musicians and creators to upload and share their music. Oh, they found another place? Really? Huh. I guess they found another place. Same song as somebody else.
Oh, Darren's still up. I saw him over there. Ah, damn! I had Darren muted all this time.
Yeah, so did I. Somebody played that. Yeah, these are all originals. I wonder if I could I'll have to check that site out. Big dungeon. Alright. Fan burst. Alright. So you follow that are there, update you know, everything going on. People that they found, that they've tended to. You know, anybody, including any prisoners that the city had. And they kept the prisoners in the temple cells. They told you IKL is still down there. They have a hold of him. He didn't escape during the Demodon crisis. What the fuck were you doing, Darren? You disappeared for mad long.
I was pretending like I was in a coma. Like, that's I was literally watching the stream. Legit. I was just laying there watching the stream.
So you knew we had to mute you because that shit was like...
Yeah, I thought you hit me and everything, and I'm watching the stream. I couldn't do that. I was in a coma. I was in a coma. I had to pretend like I was nuts. Until you said, yo, go back. That's okay.
So what? Yeah, I mean, you guys got to give me direction.
I'm still knocked out.
I know you're still knocked out. I'm waiting for Vindicator's next steps.
Well, my original intention is to survey the place. So I'm gonna let's see. I guess I'm gonna cast and just fly around to see if I detect anyone. It's the most quickest, and he lets the vendors know telepathically. If I find anyone, he speeds off, check around the place, scout around.
Just now. Why was that site playing?
What's that?
Oh no, I was checking this Bamber site real quick. It just started playing fucking drum music out of nowhere. I was like, what the fuck?
The fuck was that?
That a smudge movie?
Yeah, I gotta take a shit.
Well, you're flying around. Yeah, it's the same. It's you just have a bird's eye view now of like a city that looks like it's gonna need to put in some work to put back together. There's still, there's rivers of magma and flowing down still, but nothing's. It's obviously going to take time for it to cool down. What else? There's no longer any like gas vents or anything exploding out of the ground anymore. You got your characters feel, some aftershocks here or there, but they're nothing too serious. Oh, screen froze.
For the most part, I was. Hello?
Yeah, I hear you.
We're serving or points, or what?
Is your screen freeze again? So, sites. Back on here. Um, oh, come on. What are your characters doing? Let's go. Alright. So your characters are basically gonna help with the refugees and rebuild and do your own personal stuff. and figure out obviously figure out the next step, which is where the cage rights are and what to do about them. If Kai frozen, right cross Kai, right cross frozen. I guess as the as your characters tend to any responsibilities that they feel they need to complete or commit to, Metsuo's condition hasn't been getting worse. He still seems to be in the same state as several days go by. You find, fortunately, you find, survivors here or there in the city. Other times you find more deceased. Check on the people in Nyarketh, see how the refugees are doing there. In town of Kahane, check to see how they're doing there. The looks like whatever differences the town had with its nobles have all been put aside. The nobles have been using their resources and their connections to do what they can for the people. There's been diplomatic efforts sent out to the city council of Thindle itself to see if they can get some help from the rest of Thindle. Despite how stretched thin they are currently. All sorts of there's also volunteers that help, and of course there are those that look to try and exploit the situation. So anything from lycanthropes from the jungles to terrafolk who are looking for easy pickings, demons here or there. Bandits looking to loot stuff from the city. There was one thing of interest. I wouldn't say interest. There's one growing concern. There's been in particular, Velena's been getting these kind of reports. Velena and Cynthia. It's been there doesn't seem to be a pattern, but at times, some people obviously have there are people who are having PTSD and other mental traumas. However, their breakdown, a few of them seem to have broken down into a rather concerning form of madness that Velena was pointing out that the group has seen before. There's been some people that have gone mad, and in their madness, they say cryptic things about the abyss and about the smoking eye, about a place called Skull Rock, and about the Prince of Madness, and about Addie Marcus.
Addie Marcus.
Pretty much the same maddening ramblings that was being heard from Zenith and the Lambe. You recall Alambe before his soul passed away to the next world. his dire prophecy for you to seek out the smoking eye, which was half the reason you took Corofon's offer when he conveniently showed up and brought up the topic. For a while, your characters couldn't really figure out what sort of connection the Smoking Eye had with the cage rights, but you knew it was important. And it being the dying wishes of a paladin you tried to save, you saw it through to it. Zalarian had it. And it was, he ended up falling not too long after. But it was passed on to one who bears such a burden. You have it. And there are times when you personally checked on these people, these same people, where they start to get a little bit more excited, a little bit more, or even agitated. They notice that you have the Smoking Eye. And for as much as you or Cynthia or anybody tried to make sense of them, they just continued to seem incoherent. This strange condition as well. It seems to even be affecting some animals, even in the region. Many of them act extremely skittish or even violent at times. And as the days go by, the number of reports.
Yeah, you see what Patrol is saying, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
Wait, on here or on WhatsApp?
WhatsApp.
WhatsApp.
He says, I haven't been able to hear you guys for the last 10 minutes. My laptop, I think, reached its limit. Give me a summary at the ending of the session. When you get a chance, Lou, the last thing I heard was the part about Claudius was observing the bird's eye view. Nothing else after that.
Oh, shit. I'll have to just update him. Yeah, I'll have to just stop here and then update him on it. WhatsApp. But yeah. Anyway, the number of reports is not that. As for like how much they're increasing, it's not. It's not increasing. The rate of increase is alarming, but it's not like 2 people one day and then suddenly 20 the next. It's a couple people here. A few days later, it's 3 people. Later, another 3 people. But they add up on top of the ones that are already. The investigations just doesn't seem to be curse. It doesn't seem to be the only connection is sometimes there are others who will sleep and they'll have these dreams, and either the dreams affect them or they don't. But it definitely starts when sometimes it doesn't necessarily happen when someone's asleep. But most people have been saying like they'll sleep and they'll get these weird dreams. And a lot of them look towards delaying them because they're aware of his smoking eye, and it's what some of them see. During this time, your characters, have to find ways to. Your characters have to let me know like how they plan to obtain the information that they need and how much time they're spending, not just recuperating from their recent, rather traumatic battles, but like how they're growing from it, because your character's going to be hitting. I already got, well, except for Mentor, Vegeta's got 2 levels worth of stuff to train. So that means your characters are
Always doing me dirty.
increasing their skill and their magic and their abilities and their spirit.
Okay, I gained 2 levels too.
True, but he's frozen, so he can't really do much to freaking learn. Yeah, we can figure I can post everything in detail on WhatsApp.
Yeah, do that because Pachara's missing on
Yeah,
one.
he's
So.
missing on it. I'll update him and I'll post more on WhatsApp, and then like everybody can relay to me on WhatsApp what the characters are doing and how. And by the time next week rolls around, we'll be able to should have enough information to move forward. The character sheets will definitely be done by then.
I gotta think about how Cynthia is gonna go about getting this information. Cause like with this chapter, I don't know. I wasn't expecting to just have time to like go and do that. I thought it would. For some reason, it would be in a situation where.
There doesn't seem to be. I mean, for a while, for about a week in the game, your characters didn't really. There's nothing. There's basically no time stamp. Like there's no time constraint as it has been for a little while. Your characters aren't necessarily in a rush to do anything. Yes, the cage riders could retaliate with something at any moment, but whatever it is, your characters don't know. So rather than be paranoid, but rather than be a paranoid group that's like, oh my god, what the fuck are we doing? Like your characters are just like your characters are doing what's next is important, making sure Metsuo is taken care of, and hoping he wakes up or find a way to wake him up, finding out any information on where any of the cage rides could be, because just finding one would be helpful. How to attain that information. Kai's frozen, so unless you unfreeze him, now you're not gonna get much from him. IKL's the only one that you have. It's up to your party to decide how they're gonna get any information out of him, whether torture, intimidate, charming, anything.
We used to have our person for that, right? But for the intimidation factor.
Your character's also
But
really
Valena will gladly step into the role. I'll do my best.
But people are looking up to your characters now, especially for guidance and leadership. The Chisel still is offering their help. The Nobles are still offering their help. So the characters have access to resources to increase your power. Your own personal abilities. You realize you need to get yourself stronger for any upcoming match with cage rides or whatever they send out towards your characters. So there's gonna be time spent on increasing the power of your faith, the power of your magic, your mastering your arcane skills, mastering your new tricks and feats with firearms, all sorts of stuff. So yeah, your characters on characters got downtime. Pretty much what I'm trying to say.
Alright, so Kai's equipment. Let's start going over that. You add all that stuff to the treasure pile,
It's gonna take some time because he's got a lot of shit.
Your memory will live on, Kai. It will. Yeah, it was, for some reason, I kind of expected the roller coaster ride to continue. some reason I thought we would have like we would kind of start off with, and we would like track the.
The characters could. Like I said, I don't know when. It could be the next day your characters start going on a hunt, or it could be a week, month.
Because I mean, we could use Claudius's ability to cast recent occupant, tell us the name of the cage right, but we would have to tell it. We would have to go.
Recent occupant on what?
We would have to go back to the chamber that we just left. He would have to do recent occupant on old boy that snuck away.
That whole place.
That's the problem.
Full of
That's But we would be able to get his name because he's the one cage right that snuck away, and then when we would be able to go to his location. Well, I mean, the only thing I can think of right now is contact on the plane. I
I
know
was saying the soul pill is another
right,
option.
has that, and then Cynthia has.
Now, it only says
Cynthia has like,
it only says repeated use. So like, if characters get the information they need for a question, it's all better. If somebody's stuck trying to ask several questions, it could be a problem. That character, you'll have your information. IKL's another. Charles, Claudius is a fucking beguiler. You can always charm him and just force everything out that he knows. Claudius wouldn't be against that. Um, characters have downtime. But you succeeded in stopping the portal. However, it's clear, and on top of this new phenomenon that's showing up in the area with these people with these weird dreams, and some people forms of some weird madness that is related to Addie Marcus. Something your characters never really put two and two together. The Cage Rights have always made it like clear that their intent was to make Cauldron and its environment a gate town to Carceria and link the two planes together permanently.
I still would never. To this day, before this moment even happened, I still was trying to find like where does Addie Marcus fit? Where does like the Smoke and I fit in all this? And it never made any sense to me. It just seems like two like completely different like stories. Like you got the cage rats that are dealing with Carceria and trying to. The only thing I could think of is that Addie Marcus disappeared, right? They didn't say he died, he just she just left.
He had a war regrets.
The only thing I could think of is that Addie Marcus is trapped in Carceria. And that's why he was gone. But if he's trapped in Carceria, what do you do with the cage rights? Because, like, I know from what fucking Lord Velantru was, the shit that Lord Velantru did with the, turning himself into a.
They've infused him with
Yeah,
spirits.
the passage for that, I remember reading it saying that you described it as like the Demodons are like always trying to like get out of Carceria. So I thought this is just the Demodons, like as in like the organization of them doing that, and maybe they're like working with the cage rights, like showing the cage rights. Okay, this is how you merge the planes in hopes that they could get free. But now, Addie Marcus to me didn't have anything to do with any of that. But the only thing I could think of that he would fit in is if Addie Marcus himself, went missing. He's really trapped in Carceria, so like just going missing. I guess what? What? The Demodons under his control, but that's still so flimsy. It's weird. It's like I don't know. Because if we're talking about like final villain, right? And now Addy Marcus, his name just got brought back up into the picture. It's not like now we know for a fact that he's still a part of the story. So if he's still a part of the story, that's the only thing I could think of.
He's probably trapped in the smoking gun.
Is he's the one that's like in control of the Demodons and he's trying to free himself. Carceria holds fucking titans, my nigga. Like it holds, it's a prison plane. It holds anything, no matter what how powerful you are. So if he's in there trying to get out, but then it's like if he's trying to get out, how's it possible that like people are going insane and being influenced by him if he's supposed to be incarcerated? That's what I don't get. So maybe he's not incarcerated. Oh,
Well, here, as Belena and Cynthia thinking that out, that I mean, you come to the conclusion that the only ones that really know is are the cage rights, and you haven't even met all of them. And as for the leader that you've met, he seemed off. Like,
I'm surprised you showed himself.
your character's got the sense that anytime you met a cage right, one's the high sense one. So we got Layman, the Mentor, Cynthia, I think.
It's like +9.
Belena, I don't see between Belena and the Mentor. Your character's always had this strange sense that like there's always something. Wasn't that they were villains? There was always something off-putting about all the cage rights that you met. Like there was.
Maybe
They always felt like there was some sort of twinge of madness and
what if they were all one person and they're all their souls are just combined? They're trying to combine to get back to being Eddie Marcus. Or there's always Eddie Marcus, like it's split apart in 9 people.
And your characters never got to fully explore the fiery sanctum. There were places you guys missed, but
See that?
can't really go
You
back to that.
motherfuckers just didn't want to check everything.
yeah, you could if we went back in time.
Mm.
He said, go back.
Mm.
Why are you laughing like that's a fucking joke? Yo, what level are we right now, son?
18.
Alright. You can go get some help from some higher level niggas. They don't gotta be the higher level. We just need access to their resources. If we could just look back in time, we don't even have to physically go there. There's gotta be somebody that can fucking help us do that shit. Just to get a clue. Just to look back in time. Fuck actually going there. We ain't trying to cheese. We just need a bit of information.
Well, after you try to cheese, you didn't want to go in the room and fight that big bad.
You gotta start thinking like you level 18. You know what I'm saying? Like start thinking outside the box. So, yeah, we can't go back there. But what if we could just look back? You know what I'm saying? Get a little peek.
Here into the space and time. See what was there.
I'm about to go to my notes. I know I actually got a fucking list recap shit. I could smell that stuff about
But yeah.
This fucking story, man. It's because it's been going on for so long. It's so hard to keep track of it.
When you put it all together, when you put all the highlights together, it doesn't seem that much. It's just been going on. All the little stuff in between has been going on there as well. The reason your characters felt like there was something off-putting about the cage rights is like you're seeing members of the cage rights that look like they should not have any common goal and motivation with them. Yet there they were working with them as if they were equals in some sense.
Maybe they're possessed, you know.
He had a Minotaur who she clearly had a large reputation in the Underdark. Why give that up? She's fucking black dragons. It's weird. She's the mother of fucking not Dorlat. Dorlat was the father. She's the mother of fucking Zarek. You got a Oni spawn tiefling monk, tattooed monk, who's a long way from home to be over here, and chose to work with this group as one of its top members. Assassin, Airmeth, and then your characters haven't even. They got
Yes,
they have they even have they had a couple of powerful religious people who worship of all deities. Your characters realize of all deities, Jurgles. Jurgles clerics keep mainly to themselves, and they just they mostly scribes and making sure that tombs are protected and the sanctity of like passing into death itself. Yet you got its two top members here in Cauldron working with Demodons. So your characters are it's complete madness it's complete madness to conceive that all these types of beings are working together for this goal that only serves to really benefit a Demodon.
Alright, sorry. So what year are we in right now?
1370.
1370?
1370. Yeah, 1370.
Alright, so 1370. And in 1050, they'll reckon. So that's like fucking this dude, Beery, founded the Cage Rise. According to what's written down over there. That was in 1050. So that was like 300 years ago, more or less. And Addie Marcus disappeared. It says in 1320. Addie Marcus disappeared. I don't know what happened to him. We said we're in 1301, 1350?
1370.
1370? Okay. So 50 years ago, Addie Marcus disappeared. But this bullshit that happened with the case happened. This is what I'm saying. Like shit. I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. Addie Marcus. If Addie Marcus only disappeared fucking 50 years ago, the cage rights predates Addie Marcus disappearance. The cage rights started way before Addie Marcus disappeared. So the only thing that makes sense to me is if like the Demodons and all them motherfuckers, they were already incarcerated. So who's the jiggy nigga with all the gold links all the time? Addie Marcus. Anytime Addie Marcus show up, he gotta run shit, right? Got kicked out of heaven, went down to hell, had his own plane, tried to fucking get fly, got freed up, and wherever he goes, he's gonna rule something. So he went to Carceri, and now he's trying to take over the Demodons, I guess. And then maybe he's like trying to use the Demodons to take over the cage rights to make the cage rights work for him, to free him from like Carceri. Cause I haven't seen this nigga for the story, son. Other than that, I don't see it. 1320, cage rights begin the construction of the Shackled Soul Tree. And hires the Ebon Triad to aid in the construction of the Soul Cage.
Naga, snatch up his cage right and find now. Who's
Oh
Eddie
yeah, right
Marcus?
here. All right, so
Where is he?
1360
Eddie
Their
Marcus.
Reckoning. Xena Splinter Shield falls under the influence of Animarchus's dreams and appears in the Underdark on a mad crusade to cleanse it of evil. So we know that Xena Splinter Shield, because he's the one that kept talking about fucking the Smoking Nine, all that shit.
He's one of the Shackled.
And he's one of the Shackled. So that can't be coincidence. They didn't have.
Lambe wasn't, so he also had those dreams.
True.
So your character's coming to the realization that somehow Eddie Marcus is influencing people.
Mm. Influencing them.
It's influencing the weaker ones really easily. It's probably taking longer to influence anything stronger.
And Lambe was part of the Chiseled, right?
Mm-hmm.
Lambe? Now Lambe was a member of one of the
Evan
noble.
Triad?
No, he was a member of one of the noble houses in Cauldron that dates back to its founding, but his family fell out of prestige and favor in the city, so he ended up becoming a paladin so he could restore some honor to his family's name, and then he went on an expedition and disappeared and then come back for a while. Then he suddenly reappeared and challenged Captain
Yeah, that was at the whole rally. Everyone was there at the Times Square talking.
Everyone was getting taxed too heavily,
Yeah.
and things. There were other problems that were happening. They didn't trust the nobles, and like what's going on. They're getting ready to riot. And Lambe conveniently shows up and challenges the captain of the guard to a duel to become the new captain. It's part of their laws, and only a member of one of the founding noble houses can make such a claim. So he's a really good. He's a childhood friend of Jenya. So Jenya had asked you guys, to help out, to help find him and find out what's
I
going
miss
on.
him.
Jenya's around. She's just not in Cauldron. She's in Nyarketh right now, helping with the refugees.
Is it a he or she? I thought Jenya was a girl.
Jenya's a she, yeah.
Yeah, he even said he said he's around. I'm like, huh?
No, I said she's around.
Wow, okay.
It will kind of remind me of if that was the case. You know how when we were watching Naruto, in the very beginning, like you get introduced to the Akatsuki, so like you think it's the organization that's like the main villain, and then it turns to fucking Shippuden, and you realize, no, that's this bitch fucking basically took over everybody's fucking dreams and wants. None of that shit mattered. It all came down to this bitch.
It wasn't really her. It was just, well, I guess it was, but it was her will.
That's like what it reminds me of. The Adi Marcus is this bitch. And
he's talking about Kaguya.
Yeah. And the fucking cage rights are basically fucking
Akatsuki.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this was written before Naruto got that far, so
that's the only thing. That's the only role for this dude, Adi Marcus, man. I can't see him doing anything else because it's like I don't know. He's been around like at the same time that they've been around, but like I don't know. You never hear the cage rights being like, yes, praise Adi Marcus. Like they're not. They're always talking about cage rights this, cage rights that. Oh, we're gonna merge the planes and shit. Like,
but your characters haven't met every cage right.
true. You just know what they're going to. You don't know.
Yeah, but so far, what's with those rings they got signifying their cage, right?
The rings have the Carcerian eye.
Mm-hmm.
It's the cage right symbol. It doesn't seem to have any relation to the.
Well, I can't be asking these questions anyway because I'm knocked out. But
Adi
I'm just
Marcus,
can Mez communicate even though he's like
But see,
knocked
my
out
question is,
with
how
his brain?
is he possessing people? So he's incarcerated. He's got this hat. It has to be a way that he's possessing people if he's incarcerated. And why? Because like he could have, if he had the power to just possess whatever he wanted, he could have just did this shit a long time ago. There's got to be a reason why Zenith's finisher was fucking possessed. Why like people are getting like possessed more now than before. There's got to be something that changed.
Well, this doesn't seem well from what your character knows. This doesn't seem like possession, but more like an infection, but
Like a
not
sickness,
in like a physical sense.
like a mental sickness.
Yeah.
Like failed fortitude sensing.
His title is the Demon Prince of Madness.
Right.
Oh shit.
So now as your characters are coming to these hypotheses, you realize that the stakes are much bigger if it goes from the cage rights to a Demon Prince.
Yeah, because now, like, it's like, yeah, he's gonna merge all the fucking, gonna merge Carceria with his plane. That's one thing. You stop that, but like, if he fucking shows up, this is gonna turn everybody in the world crazy.
And the stakes are gonna get high because when Metsuo wakes up, he's gonna.
Oh, I did.
I said when he does.
Oh.
Yeah, obviously during our downtime he wakes up, but one of the things is obviously you got to tell the rest of the group is the souls of the Shackleborn haven't gone anywhere. They're still stuck somewhere. So that's just going to spur the party, you know. It's basically going to spur everybody's motivation pretty much further.
That sucks. Is their soul still like stuck in the tree?
Not that it's stuck in the tree. The tree's destroyed, but for some reason, like something's keeping their souls locked in place. It's not. They're not. The souls are not going where they should be going. Which is
Where the fuck are they going?
Yeah, I think there's a divine spell that does that. But still, like, what would be the point of casting it on each individual person? And I haven't seen them do that. You know what I mean? So it's gotta be like an effect that Adam Marcus is doing. So that means the only way we're gonna get their souls free is probably if we beat fucking Adam Marcus.
Oh, wish spell. I said, or a wish spell.
this guy said, "Or a wish spell."
You can wish it.
We gotta beat a fucking demon prince, son.
Probably, my nigga, but shit. This is what adventurers do, bro.
Yeah, I need my motherfucking character sheet. Don't talk to me about defeating fucking demon princes when my character sheet is level 16. Man.
Well, your character
Not
gets so
thinking
much
about
more once you find
that mission is for epic level.
cage rights. Basically, now it's for a while. Cage rights have been manipulating and fucking with your characters. But once your characters feel a little more in control, because now you can be on the hunt.
I'm honestly surprised that like an organization ran by a demon prince of madness is running on a fucking planned schedule for fucking years. I'm looking at this shit. I'm like, this shit is meticulous. Y'all niggas plan this shit fucking 300 years in advance, and y'all been doing this shit crazy as y'all are. Y'all fucking stick to plan for that long. Get the fuck out of here. That shit should have been went to pot.
Well, that's where you're I'm assuming Cynthia's doing this kind of research. She sees D-Reed was doing something for 300 years. But clearly, something happened 50 years ago when Addie Marcus disappeared.
Right. That makes sense. They're like both like completely mutually exclusive until fucking he disappeared. He got thrown. He had to get thrown in fucking Carceria, son. Because that's where Demodons are. It's the only place that they are. Eddie Marcus is fucking everything up. Their plans are supposed to be different. And he fucking showed up on the scene 50 years ago. And he's fucking taking over like this bitch from fucking Naruto. That's why everything's falling apart. That's why they fucking sped up. They try to speed up the timeline on fucking with the tree. Try to do that shit early. Ali Marcus's dumbass couldn't wait. Do that shit now. Now it's just making sense, son. Cause I'm like, yo, even Prison Madness,
Demon Prince of Madness
century fucking
Demon
old.
Prince of Madness wouldn't. I mean, he wouldn't necessarily. If he's trapped, he wouldn't necessarily care about a permanent portal between them and posterity. If it's only about breaking free.
That nigga was like, do this shit now, bro. I don't feel like fucking with you. Nigga Deary was like, my nigga, we had this shit 300 years we've been playing for this. Nigga's like, I don't care, nigga. 300 years ain't shit for me, nigga. I'm a demon prince. I've been alive for a long time. Do this shit now. I don't give a fuck about no fucking vindicators. I don't give a shit about no fucking Chotans.
Well, you have one in a scientific sense, you have one specimen that's proving what kind of influence Heidi Marcus can have on somebody. That's Kai.
Yeah.
And look what he was able to accomplish being touched by the Prince of Madness.
Oh. That madness shit is scary. That should be hitting your wisdom score, son. I mean, luckily we got a pretty high wisdom group for the most part. Yeah, gunslinger, monk, clerk, and
It makes it
knight.
even scarier the more to feast on.
That's true. I prefer the bright side. At least I got more time before
the bright side. I was gonna say, yeah, the high wisdom would make it harder to fall to the.
Y'all motherfuckers come in here with them fucking fighter wisdom dump stats, trying to fight these niggas who be fucking targeting that wisdom score. You be dead.
All right. We
All right, guys.
Continue next week.
All right,
We'll work on stuff in WhatsApp. I gotta catch the Trotto up.
seems good.
And feel free to talk amongst yourselves about what your characters doing.
Yeah, that was just ideas that Cynthia and Lena were bouncing back and forth. Trying to piece things together, man. Yeah, Marcus.
I know Darren's been saying that name for a while, and how you may have to say it permanently. You see Metzor inside of an asylum. Oh, I want to meet this guy, Eddie Marcus. He sounds so badass. I praise Eddie Marcus. Yeah, that was quick. I fucking bounced. This motherfucker. Antonio didn't even say bye. This motherfucker was like,
I haven't been able to hear you guys for the last 2 minutes.
man, it's nice to have all this streaming. And I'm only using 2.5% of my computer power. Before, with this laptop, that shit was saying CPU usage 80%, 90%, 100%, 90%. It kept going up and down. Like, why? What is sucking up so much computer power? It's so stupid. It wasn't doing that a few months ago. It's like something in my computer just started eating up all my fucking computer memory out of nowhere. It's like, wow. It happened so quick too. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I was streaming with this laptop, no problem, 2016. No problem. I have all these saved videos from streaming off just that laptop. And all of a sudden, after we had our break, After we had our break and then we came back playing, it was like a month after that. Fucking it all fucking spiraled. I was like, what?
Yo, 200